Today we have a very special video about how to trade liquidity and the different levels of trading it. All right. And so we're going to be looking at beginner, intermediate, and advanced level on how to trade liquidity. First of all, the beginner. So the beginner is going to interpret liquidity like the support and resistance type of models. He's going to see support, liquidity, resistance, liquidity, and trend lines as liquidity. All right. I hope this all makes sense. We're going off scriptless. And so you're gonna have to go with the draws and the boring ass video with no edit, with no effects. Wow. If that pisses you off, you can go back to TikTok and you can surely remain unprofitable. All right? Because yes, it's boring, but that's the way it has to be for you to succeed. So, support, resistance, trend lines. Up. I hope I make myself understandable. Okay? Because, and yes, completely valid. It's beginner level and it's completely valid because there's liquidity below each support, resistance, and trend line, because that's how support and resistance traders trade. Okay, and the model of entry, I'm not quite sure, but let's say the beginner model of entry is a simple breaker structure, and they place themselves on a stop order. For example, let's say the entry model is this. They place themselves on stop order on the entire block, something like this. Okay, so that's the beginning level, which is not bad, which is the basics. And as I said, completely valid. Even if you're trading an advanced level, you still look at these things because this is still super valid. It's still liquidity. But let's look at the intermediate. So the intermediate is going to be a little smarter and is going to start taking Asia liquidity. All right. Is going to start to look at PDH slash PDLs, which means previous daily lows, previous daily highs of the days before. All right, because there's also liquidity if you go look at the markets. We're going to look at some examples. Don't worry. And let's say you also interpret some inducements, which are secondary highs, fake highs. And so he's going to see these things. He's going to see a run of liquidity like this, or like any of these ones, except for the inducement, of course, because it's just a fake. No, it can also be the inducement. It can also be in the inducement. If we're talking like a move like here, for example, or here. Let's say here. Okay, this is the inducement, and you could look to short after this one. It didn't work because we're looking for the advance afterwards. And maybe you got some spoilers of what the advance entails. But yeah, after seeing one of these get taken, the model of entry for the intermediate, it's gonna be let's say it's gonna be the order block, the initial order block. Okay, good, looks good, and let's put them like this. And so the advanced will entail in all of these, of course, because they're all legit, but they lack one concept. I was about to say simple. It's not simple. It is not so simple. The concept that I was going to mention is the SMT, otherwise known as smart money trap. All right? People hate me for saying this, but there's a lot of smart money traps. And the reason why you have a low win rate is because of these. The reason why price liquidates you and then moves you away is because of these. So Stop defending what is not working. Just open your journal, listen up to me, and baby, you will realize that that's the whole reason why you're losing so much. So the smart money traps basically is just when you'll see a breaker structure like this, all right, after some liquidity, the reason why these are the beginner and intermediate levels, and they aren't enough, even though like obviously the intermediate will have a higher win rate and higher probability than the beginner, the reason why still these won't succeed in trading is because most of the times they will have these breaker structure and price will get to the stop loss. Here, same thing, stop loss. And why is that? Because that's just how everyone trades. And that's just how smart money traders are looking to trade right now. Sweep of liquidity, breaker structure, place themselves on an order block, and that's just it. So for you to be on an advanced level, you have to be a little more smarter in a sense where you work for the run liquidity right here, right? In higher time frame, okay? Higher time frame, not just this little thing, okay? A breaker structure, another run of liquidity to the upside after changing character to the downside, all right? And then having the true breaker structure and having something like this. I know this looks a bit weird, but let me just go. And what the advanced levels are doing right here, maybe the intermediate can also have a model entry model like this, but only on this part, okay, not with a smart money trap right here, because this is the inducement fake high, and it also has some imbalance right here, so they might actually take something like this as well, the intermediate, because there's a lot of ICT traders that place themselves like this. But you can even place yourself like this on a bad area. Okay, you can do the same here and still get stop loss. Doesn't matter, okay? Because this is the first level that give you a change of character. And so if it's the first change of character, everybody's seen it. It's going to be a trap. Boom, we run that. And because this was a trap, this will become a trap. Okay? And then after people being taken out here, they'll also be taken out here. And then because everybody's got taken out, you can place yourself with the smart money and take advantage of the whole move that's about to be delivered. That's just the reality of the markets, okay? We're checking this. Oy, oy, oy. Take a look at it again. One just waits for breaker structure and he plays and sells. Other waits for better liquidities, breaker structure, plays and sells. Other looks for the best liquidity, for the major liquidities. Boom, smart money trap. Boom, boom, and goes this way. And now, the beginner might have seen price come to this order block and he might have traded this. So the beginner is out. The beginner is out. He's a dumb motherfucker when it comes to the liquidity, because here he just traded not knowing that we just took Asia lows and he's placing himself on the Asia high, like against the Asia high, for example. And this is also a smart money trap, okay? Because price just going down, and this just smart money trap, for example. Even this one is even better, okay? All right, but that doesn't matter. You might not place yourself here, so let's just move along. You're on this channel, you're not a beginner. If you're on this channel, you're profitable, or about to be. That's for sure. The second one was here. You waited for this liquidity to get taken, which was the previous daily high. Now, good liquidity, and he also waited for Asia high, the intermediate guy. But then there wasn't nothing here for him to place himself. So I guess he wouldn't trade it. But this is just a specific case because in most cases you would have some reaction right here, but we didn't. So let's just imagine we had some reaction right here, and the intermediate guy placed himself. All right, he would get absolutely run as Price did here. It's just that there wasn't much reaction. I don't know. Maybe we could go to the 3 minutes to the lower time frames, and maybe it took something here. I don't know. I don't know. It's not the best case scenario, but yeah, boys. Maybe no. Maybe even here. I'm exaggerating because we also have a good example here where Price is taking the inducement. All right, but he did no reaction here. He's coming to the order block, and now he's interested. Now he's interested because this is the initial order block. Well, not the initial. This is the initial, but it also came to mitigate it and took out Asia liquidity, which looks good. And so he placed his order block. Price coming to his order block, and it gave him a change of character right here, and he placed himself like this, even though he's an intermediate. But I've seen lots of intermediates do this. Even though the price just came here to make equal high with this, which even defeats the purpose of liquidity, which basically are trading like support and resistance traders. But yeah, it's whatever. And so he would place himself, well, not like this. This is on the stop order after the change of character. Let's say he placed himself right here on this order block and got himself fucked, not knowing that we're making equal highs right here and we're making a trend line right here. If you traded this, just put it in the comments. Let me know. Don't uh, don't be fearful. No, nobody's gonna make fun of you. Okay, this is the 3 of March. Just look if you had traded this or not. Just look at your journal. Don't even need to comment and say it. If you want me to help you, for sure, you can DM me on Instagram or Discord. The links are down below. Tell me if you traded this and what was your reasoning behind. Maybe it was the order block and all that I detailed. But yeah, just having these equal highs, then the trend line, it didn't look good. And not even a candle close on the breaker structure. Maybe he traded here. Maybe he traded here after seeing this run of liquidity. But the thing is, I also think this will be a trap. All right, just because there's no need to come mitigate this area no more. Okay, one's enough. One's enough. It already mitigated this right here. One's enough. One's enough. He's gonna run it. He's gonna run it for sure. And the smarter one, you can even look at the trade I took the day I came to Bangkok. Is that we're gonna see Asia liquidity, an inducement, getting ran. All right. For instance, here we have it perfect. Why didn't I do it here? So here, uh, let's say we have this breaker structure right here. All right. This price going down, and you have the beginner placing himself here. And boom, stop loss. Then you have run of liquidity right here in Asia and these equal highs. All right. And then change a character. And let's say place himself right here with a retest on the limit. And boom, he got fucked. Then you got the advance, which is your boy. No need to be too egotistical, but hey, if I'm at the point where I'm at right now, it's because I give out free sauce and the sauce is really valuable. And so, yeah, I do like to keep in mind that the knowledge I have in liquidity is super advanced. Okay. And so here, beginners get out, intermediates get out. And why? Because we just waited for a smart money trap. Smart money trap on a larger size. Smart money trap after seeing a run of liquidity of Asia and this inducement. And then once the smart money trap is done, because this will trap, this will become a trap, and then you can have the right movement. And the advanced trader, he can't even place himself just on the reaction of it. In here I place myself on a stop order, but sometimes I've seen this from people I learn from. They have the same vision as me. They would just see these reactions of the candles and boom, place themselves right here, not even a break instruction, nothing, and they just place themselves right here, took it out like a sniper, and do massive risk rewards. I'm not at that type of level yet to be placing myself like that on live markets, but maybe I can do a little play around on backtesting. But yeah, boys, this is basically it. This, I mean, this is trading. This is hard as fuck. So this just tells you, even if you're in intermediate, you'll not make it. So you do need to be in advanced in order to make some profits out in the markets. And I think we all know that. You guys know that. But if you're on this channel, you're in the right place, because I think you're gonna put in the work. And if you watch all this video without any special edits, special effects, then you definitely will succeed in the future. And I hope you put in the work. And wish you the best, brother. And come see me in Thailand, baby. We're just going for the strip club, baby. Once you get some TPs, I'm just kidding. All right, I maybe should end the video right here because I'm just talking shit like usual. Okay, don't let me become like ICT. All right, but I'm just gonna stop it. See you guys.